Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be talking about multiple snowstorms that are going to be possible over the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley, and the northeastern United States. Anyways, before we get into this video, be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. For today's comment of the day, I want to know, do you think these snowstorms are going to happen? And if so, how major do you think they'll be? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video, and first things first, we're taking a look at a little bit of a sneak peek here at Thanksgiving Day, which is tomorrow. I can't believe how quickly we've flown through the fall time. I think I'm just getting older, actually, because I've always heard, obviously, from people that are older than me, that time just accelerates. And so far in my life, I have noticed that to be true. This year has just completely flown by. As you can see, the weather is going to be quite nice actually along the eastern seaboard. This is approximately 2 p.m. and let's be real, that's about when everybody eats dinner on Thanksgiving. I don't know why that's just specifically a Thanksgiving thing to eat dinner at abnormal times, but literally most people do it from my knowledge. Very, very strange. But yeah, during the dinner time of Thanksgiving, it should be nice along the eastern seaboard. There is going to be a cold front located basically from Texas, and if you take that all the way up into the Ohio Valley, there will be a pretty decent cold front there, bringing some raininess along it, obviously, and then some very cold temperatures behind it. So if you are in the upper Midwest or the northern plains by this point, you can expect some very cold temperatures. And even the upper peninsula of Michigan there, a lot of Wisconsin, and even some of the northern lower peninsula regions, they're also seeing some snowfall during the afternoon hours of Thanksgiving. But outside of that, generally, we're expecting a dry Thanksgiving. I mean, we're only taking a look at about 10% of the country, maybe seeing some precipitation at this point. So, overall, I think the consensus here is that weather should be quite pleasant. It could be a lot worse, in my opinion. Now, here's the temperature anomalies at the same time frame. As you can see, pleasantly warm compared to normal there for the eastern United States with that cold front. You can see there's very cold temperatures behind it. Like I said, the greens are going to be 10 to 15 degrees below normal. It's going to be quite chilly, and you can probably expect some windy conditions behind that as well. So the wind chill will likely be quite cold as well. So if you are in the upper Midwest or those plains regions, like I said, you're probably going to want to bring a coat for sure. Now, by the time we were reaching Friday morning, November 26th, you can see there's plenty of snowfall behind this one for the Ohio Valley and the northeastern United States. You can see that cold front is reaching the eastern seaboard by this point. Precipitation basically from the Gulf states up to the southeast, mid-Atlantic, and even New England states. Again, snowfall behind a lot of this. And what ends up happening, and we're going to see multiple storms do something similar to this, we see a Miller B nor'easter develop offshore of southern New England. That means it basically comes from the middle portion of the East Coast. It heads offshore and develops as opposed to the Gulf and then heading all the way up the coast. It's pretty simple. It's just a smaller nor'easter that has a shorter track. And as we can see, this brings some snowfall there for Pennsylvania, Ohio, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine as well, especially up there for New England. And this even sticks around through 2 a.m. here on Saturday, November 27th. You can see a lot of that is probably lake effect by this point, but moderate to heavy snowfall ongoing for upstate New York, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and northern Maine as well as this storm begins to move out. Even by the time we're reaching Saturday afternoon, November 27th, you can see the snow is finally wrapping up for the most part. Some snow showers left over. And by the time we reach about 2 a.m. here on Sunday, November 28th, you can see another clipper, very small clipper, moving through the Ohio Valley in the upper Midwest. We see some of that ongoing for Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio by this point. Still some snow showers for northern New England as well. And this one really develops as we head towards about Sunday morning time frame, maybe about 11 a.m. here on Sunday, November 28th. Moderate snowfall ongoing for southwestern Pennsylvania, better yet, southeastern Ohio, northern West Virginia, northern Virginia, and also portions of Maryland. And this one is going to take a similar track because by the time we reach about 8 p.m. here on Sunday, you can see this one is developing as a bit of a Miller B nor'easter as well, offshore of the Delmarva, still bringing some snowfall showers there for a lot of the mid-Atlantic. And even by the time we reach Monday afternoon time frame, you can see this one develops into a 998 millibar low pressure center nor'easter here, bringing some snowfall, very exclusive snowfall for Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island by this point. That one promptly moves out by the time we're reaching about 8 p.m. there on Wednesday. That one's going to be fully moved out, but we can see the biggest storm of them all so far is developing at that same time frame. Again, 8 p.m. on Wednesday, December 1st. We can see moderate to very heavy snowfall developing up there for Minnesota, Wisconsin, the upper peninsula of Michigan. That always is a tongue twister. Northern lower peninsula as well there, seeing that moderate to heavy snowfall. Now, this one is going to move southward, begin to bring snowfall to areas like New York and Pennsylvania by time we're reaching about the morning hours of Thursday, December 2nd. As you can see, we are seeing some of that snowfall developing. And by the time we reach about 8 p.m. here on Thursday, you can see moderate to heavy snowfall for upstate New York. There you can see is getting it. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. We can see some mixed precipitation trying to develop there for portions of Massachusetts. But overall, the temperature pattern is going to be a bit warmer by this time frame. So we are seeing some mixed precipitation with this one, but generally very heavy snowfall really for a lot of the more mountainous regions of the northeast there in the more northern regions. And we even see another one developing by the time we're reaching the morning hours of Friday, December 3rd. So this is going to be, like, when I say multiple snowstorms, I am not exaggerating, obviously. There is, I think, probably 4 or 5 that take a very similar track here on this model run specifically. So that is very persistent, if you ask me. This is Friday morning. We can see some rainfall going on with another storm that's trying to move up through these regions. The pattern is a little bit more flat by this point, which means less areas are going to see snowfall, but not all areas, seeing rainfall only. By the time we're reaching 8 p.m. here on Friday, December 3rd, you can see this one moves offshore of New England, mostly Maine, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. That has a very tiny coast there. 997 millibar low pressure center just offshore of those regions. This is bringing some pretty significant rainfall for a lot of these regions, but also some moderate to heavy snowfall ongoing from the White Mountains all the way up through northern Maine as well. So a lot of these regions seeing a lot of snowfall with this storm. And as we take a look at the next 10 days on this European model, the total snowfall here, you can see there's just a lot of it going on. I mean, when you see 4 or 5 snowstorms, this is to be expected. But if you're anywhere in the grays, it's going to be about an inch, if not less, maybe about a dusting. Probably no accumulation because this isn't just one snowstorm. This is multiple snowstorms over the 10-day period. So likely just seeing flakes a few times there in those grays. The blues is where we get a little bit more chance for accumulation. 2 to 6 inches of snowfall is expected for those blue regions there, which is widespread over a lot of different states. The purples is going to be 6 to 10 inches of snowfall, and you can see we're seeing plenty of that for Pennsylvania, West Virginia, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, also Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota as well, seeing some of those purples there. We're even seeing the pinks showing up for a lot of regions here, and that's going to be your 10 to 20 inch snowfall amounts, and we could see a lot of that, especially for more mountainous regions there, like the Adirondacks, the White Mountains, the Green Mountains, in northern Maine, which typically just sees a lot of snowfall regardless of elevation. We also see northern lower peninsula of Michigan there seeing a lot of this. The upper peninsula, basically the entire upper peninsula, is seeing 10 inches plus. Northern Wisconsin as well as northern Minnesota seeing these 10-inch amounts. Now, we even have some of those pastels, which is going to indicate the areas of 20 to about 35 here in this instance, inches of snowfall. And we see a lot of that for northern Vermont and then the White Mountains of New Hampshire and even the very far northern regions of New Hampshire there near Berlin and some similar regions there. Beautiful region, by the way. Feels like Canada, basically. It doesn't even feel like the United States. It's crazy. I think 50% of the people north of the White Mountains in New Hampshire speak French, actually, which is amazing to me. It was a mind-changing experience to move up there. A lot of history, rich history in that region. I would love to go again. Actually, I'm planning on going to New Hampshire again next year. Beautiful, beautiful state. Anyway, for today's confidence tab, we're at a 4 out of 6. Obviously, a lot of this is longer range, and the pattern could change on the back end of that, and we could just see 1 or 2 or 3 of these snowstorms, but it does look pretty confident that we will see multiple different smaller snowstorms. But, multiple smaller snowstorms can turn into a lot of snowfall for sure, about the same as one larger snowstorm, so we definitely need to watch for that. For today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, when do you think the first major East Coast snowstorm will be? And Kathleen Major said the first snowstorm, I think, for the East Coast, I feel, will be during the week before Christmas. And I think that's a good time frame, really, the middle portion of December is really when I'm watching for the best chance, because the earlier portion of December seems to be a little bit more of a flat pattern. So I don't know how favorable the earlier portion of December will be, but I think once we move into the middle to late portion of December, that gives us the best chance at seeing our first decent East Coast snowstorm. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons: Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovey Nagel, Larry the Pan, Mandy Birchfield, and Patrick Strickland as well. I'd also like to thank our diamond patrons: Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Codalesa, Catbite, Charles Dennett, Cindy Klein, Alan Goodmaben, Bill Dallas, Gary, John Colisi, Dwight Phelan, Stephen Crenenthal, and Thomas D. Barr as well. I would also like to thank our channel members: Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cox also. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I will see you guys in the next video.